welcome in to yet another episode of the Spotlight Podcast. Here today I have the one, the only, the longest still standing, actually I think even the longest in general, moderator of the channel, an amazing streamer that should, by the way, absolutely go stream again, Mr. Bigetnej, or how we all know him, Mr. Genta.
Hi.
What's
Well,
poppin',
as you
my
all
guy?
know, big me,
Big
and
old me.
yeah, I'm an old fuck,
Pretty ancient, dude. True.
pretty ancient. I've been here before the dawn of time, you know.
Oh my god, man. How are you doing today, my guy? How are you doing?
I'm doing absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure you are. Tell the chat something about yourself before we get everything started.
Well, yeah, well, I'm one of the OGs here, even before I was here, even before Poto was affiliated.
Yep, very
Yeah,
true. You were here when I streamed Minecraft. Yes, chat. I once
Yeah,
streamed Minecraft once upon a time.
good old D&D is where I got to meet Poto.
True. My one appearance as the old man who lost his penis. Oh god, what a story.
That was an amazing fucking thing. Yeah, well, I tried to stream, but time hasn't been hasn't been a thing lately. A lot of
Yeah.
shit happened, but I'm not gonna get into that. The games that I play are usually indie games, so like small developers like Hades and a lot of roguelikes.
You also play some Pokemon.
I also play Pokemon every now and then. I should get back into that, by the way. Also, I play MOBAs like Heroes of the Storm and League of Legends. Yeah, a little bit of a starting streamer, so yeah, a little bit awkward at times.
Because I saw that he had 50 followers. That means that he can get affiliated very soon. So just drop him more follows and watch his streams so he can be affiliated. That would mean the absolute fucking world, by the way. The
That would
absolute
make it.
world, by the way.
That would make the world. But yeah. But yeah, I think that sums about it up. Yeah,
Yeah.
and also I'm the best moderator on this stream.
You know what? I think we can all bag that. You are one of the great. Okay, you are one of the great. And I'm not saying that because you're ancient. I'm saying that
The great old. No, that's
now,
a football team.
like we mentioned earlier, if you guys would just go ahead and check out his channel, that would really mean the world to the both of us. Speaking of the world, we just got off of a call together on our
Yes.
Discord as well, because
I'm
today
still,
was Worlds on League of Legends. I got my depresso right here.
Yeah, I got my hopium.
Oh, fucking cheers, I guess.
I mean, to
Because
be honest, it was a great fucking series.
it was probably the best Worlds we've had in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
For those that don't know, we are talking about the World Championship of League of Legends. It literally just happened, like, I think it ended about an hour ago. And
Yeah, something
it
like
was EDG, the number one Chinese team, against Down1, the number one Korean team. I really wanted Down1 to win because they're one of my favorite teams of all time.
I was cheering for EDG because I saw the first game and I was like, this is possible.
EDG was my glass ball pick when the entire tournament had not started. I said EDG's gonna win the whole thing. I was right. I never wanted them to win because I wanted Down1 to win. But yeah, Genta got his wish.
I mean, I did expect going into this everything that happened in Worlds. Because Down 1 has been dominating. The only team that made them bleed was an LCK, and that was T1. You know, aka SKT1 with Faker.
Yeah. And
I mean,
they had a semifinals, which was arguably as good as the finals. I think those were the probably by
those
far.
were
I think
the two best games.
I think this is the first time in history we've gotten 3 best of 5s in semis and finals.
Yeah, this is one of the first times. Because usually, like, one of the fucking semis is a stomp.
Yeah, usually.
But we didn't get that because Genji was actually showing a pretty good fight.
Yeah, for the
Against
first time
EDG.
ever, Genji was not a boring team. I
Yeah.
think normally they're the worst team to watch. They're the most boring. They don't do anything. They just sit back and just make the enemies make mistakes. And it's so boring to see them play.
Yeah.
because every game's the same. And it
Yeah,
was
that's basically
alright. It was alright this time. I also watched them lose, so I'm happy about that as well.
Yeah, but the thing with Gen G is like a lot of people, mainly in the community, think back of the great old days of like when it was still Samsung Galaxy.
Yes.
They never got back those glory days. And at the end, after you've watched a few fucking games of Gen G, you've seen them all because they don't vary the strategy. It's kind of like EDG, but EDG can adapt, and they adapted through the years. But
They have adapted a lot though.
yeah,
They have adapted a lot because they always fell short, right? Every single year they just fell short. Every single time.
that's the thing.
They fell short, 1 game short, 2 games short, a series short, every single time. And
That's what makes this a great win for EDG.
yeah,
Because like Mako, fucking yeah,
Viper Mako is
Mako,
bot lane of the
Viper,
weird. Scout has been
yeah.
there for ages. Flandre is really good.
Scott. For this team, it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Because
it's the
it
biggest
was always
upset
like
in world's history, I think, in terms of finals.
yeah, it was always that little bit short, and this time they were coming to play. Every one of them showed up.
I think even arguably you can say Dalmon fell a little short. Canyon
Yeah,
didn't have the performances he normally does. He didn't get like normally the whole meme with Canyon is he Canyon gabs his enemy jungler, right? He didn't do
Yeah.
that. He didn't do that. He was pretty underwhelming.
Yeah, because you could easily say that Canyon was the best jungler, the best player of the entire tournament. In general, like
I'd still say Showmaker.
right or
better.
yeah, or Showmaker, but like with Showmaker and Canyon, it's like a package deal. Because
Yeah.
like we said earlier,
buy
you
one,
don't
you
have
get-
one without you. Yeah.
You need to both. You need both. If you split them up, they're never gonna perform. I said this. If you compare them to Old Griffin, Chovy Tarzan and Showmaker Canyon, Tarzan's
Yeah.
better than Canyon, and Chovy's better than Showmaker. But
Mm-hmm.
Showmaker and Canyon are better than Chovy and Tarzan.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best way to look at it.
I think that's where Damwon also finds a lot of their success in.
True. It is. It is. It is. Now, I don't know what your prediction was coming into this because I think I made it very clear what my prediction was.
Yeah.
I think I made that very clear by the fact that I didn't want them to win. But what was your prediction coming into this?
My prediction was like I had two teams in mind. No, actually three. Either Damwon, because Damwon is still Damwon, and they were absolutely fucking dominant this year. And EDG, because they are the number one of LPL first of all, and they did show like a lot of good things.
What about
Also on my
FPX?
list was FPX,
Okay.
but I had second guesses about FPX. Because like I saw a lot of good from them, and they play well, but I also saw weaknesses coming
I think
up.
if you look at them in the Chinese region, they performed so amazingly.
Yeah, they did.
But Worlds, that
Yeah,
was a little
Worlds-
questionable.
I don't know what happened, but they collapsed.
They collapsed hard. They went Brokeback Mountain collapse hard.
Yeah,
Kind of
they got a loss, and it was like all downhill from there.
Yeah, it was absolutely.
Because like the first
absolutely
week, it was like, oh yeah, FPX, oh yeah, it's going like it's supposed to. FPX and Damwon are at top, and then week 2 comes, and they get their first loss, and then nothing happens for them.
Then, do you think? I always question this. Do you think if Rogue would have made it out over Cloud9, Rogue would have beat Genji? Because I
No.
think they would have. I think they would have. I think Hansama could have carried them when inspired.
It's a difficult one, because with Rogue, and that's always been the thing with Rogue. They can perform exceptionally well, and when they're at their top, they can beat Genji easily. But the thing is
Easily.
with Rogue, and they show that a lot in spring split in EU LEC. When it comes down to playoffs or an important stage,
They choke.
they fumble.
Choke. It's choke.
Yeah,
They
they
always
choke.
choke.
They
Rogue
literally choke, and yeah, like
But
Yeah,
they
in
did.
theory,
They
as
did.
individuals.
I do have to say before we go on with the choking, there's this meme called Rogue Time, that at a certain
Yeah.
time they stumble, and they said coming into Worlds we are done with Rogue Time. Did we see any Rogue Time during Worlds? The only argument you can make for Rogue Time is the final game they played, but I'm not even gonna say that was Rogue Time. That was Jin on their main carry and an Olaf in the late game. It was draft gap massacre.
Not only that, you pick an Olaf versus the guy that knows Olaf inside and outside. Like,
I've heard that statement before. I think Inspired beats Blabber as Olaf. I think Inspired is
yeah,
just that good of a jungler that he can even gap a Blabber at his own game. So I don't think that was.
but
a
it's in general the draft that wasn't good.
Yes,
That's the thing about it.
It was a horrible draft, and that made them lose the entire game because Hansama
But-
did
but-
so much for their team, especially against Damwon, bro. Hansama single-handedly made them almost win against Damwon.
Yeah, yeah.
It was nuts. It was nuts.
I mean,
seeing
Rogue
them play.
showed a lot of fucking good shit,
They really
and
did.
they showed promise for like getting through it. The thing is, Cloud9 showed up better that day, and they found the thing to beat
Yeah.
Rogue twice that day.
I still don't think Cloud9 should have won. I think Rogue would have done more. But yeah, Mad Lions also
Yeah.
performed really well, I think.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think Mad Lions did absolutely well. Sadly enough, couldn't win. But, you know, next year, I'm having hope. Rogue, Mad Lions, G2. I think, by the way, Fnatic, I quickly want to bring this up because Fnatic disappointed Europe so heavily, but it's because Upset couldn't play. And I think Fnatic is a trash organization for not telling their players. And
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
putting because
Absolutely.
I this is my opinion. Bean is the reason that they lost.
Yeah.
But not because of Bean, because Bean played out of his mind, and I think it's a crime if he doesn't get a team next year. Unless if he wants to stay with Fnatic in Academy, he deserves a team because he
deserves
played
better.
insane. It is the fact that they lost because of him, because the team that he plays with is stubborn. They need a Reckless or they need an Upset to tell them, stop whatever you're doing right now and listen to me. And as Bean coming in for the first time ever competitive, instantly on the world stage, you are not going to tell your team what to do. You have never played competitive. You're going to be like, okay, whatever you guys say, I'll do. So I do not blame Bean for anything because he played insane.
He played very well. And the thing is, you can't blame the players. Because, like, there was already a lot of shit going on. Because Whippo had to switch to jungle. Because they wanted Adam to be the top laner.
Adam performed pretty good. And
Yeah,
Booker was
yeah.
really
It's
good
not.
in jungle
I'm not
as
saying
well.
that Adam is like played like that. I'm not saying anything about the player organization. But like that already happened because Whippo wasn't 100% happy with that. Then, before World starts, a week before everything starts, they get the notice like, yeah, Upset is not coming, even though they know well beforehand.
I'm going to
It was-
correct
it
you on
was-
that. It was 2 days.
Oh, it was 2 days. Yeah, even that.
It was
Like
2 days.
I was doubting, so I said a week to be safe. But like they
Because
didn't
a
even
week
get.
a week would have been decent because they also didn't scrim with Bean. And then 2 days.
Yeah,
2
they
days
didn't
before
even get the
had
chance to
yeah.
do. They didn't even have the chance to get scrims.
So
So-
Fnatic is a shit organization, and the same thing. Niski actually came out with this because Whippo also blocked Fnatic. He blocked Fnatic. His girlfriend blocked Fnatic. They were like, "This is literally unacceptable. Just don't talk to me right now." They completely blocked it. They were like, "I don't know why the fuck you think this is an okay thing to do. If you would have told us in advance, we could have prepared. We're literally unprepared right now." And they lost the entirety of Worlds because of it. Because I generally had really, really high hopes for Fnatic because of the ending of Summer.
Yeah.
I had really high
Yeah.
hopes for them, and I thought they could actually
They-
get Summer.
They looked very good, and
But they need Upset because that was their whole play style. Play through Upset and just win games like that.
maybe not per se that they needed Upset because being like we said, Bean played well. But if how can you expect a team to play well if they've never played together? Well, okay, you can say Niski, Whippo, and stuff. They know each other very well. But like Bean, he's a newbie. How is he supposed to function well in a team that he doesn't know?
Yeah.
He functioned decently, all things considered.
It's the same thing that would happen with Nemesis, right? Nemesis
Yeah.
had one bad series and he just got completely kicked. And Fnatic trash talked him behind his back that not a singular other team wanted him apart from NA teams, but he just didn't want to go to NA. And now he's fucking with Genji. He's living the life in Korea. So you know.
And Nemesis wasn't a bad player.
No, Nemesis choked at Worlds. He choked at Worlds in against Top Esports when we were 2-1 ahead of them. By the way, like I think it's completely acceptable to choke there if this is your first season in Worlds. So
yeah, because he had potential. Because he was a solid rock also. Like
yeah, 100%.
But like the whole thing with Fnatic, it's a whole argument to get into, and
yeah, it's
you can go on hours and hours about it, and it gets more depressing the more you think about it.
Exactly. So let's go ahead and let's stop about the competitive side of League here, and let's move it on to the streaming side of League, because you have streamed a little bit of League in the past, if I'm not mistaken.
I think once or twice.
Yeah, and I also know
in the Blue Moon.
We've played it a couple of times. I personally am very against the idea of streaming League because, well, I mean, I think if I ask chat right now who here actually likes League of Legends, I think I'll get like one me, and then it'll be like, oh yeah, I played in like season 7. So nobody really cares about that. Nobody really gives a damn. So I don't really like to play it unless it's like a 24-hour stream and I just need content.
Yeah.
What are your ideas on the whole streaming the game kind of vibe?
I'm not against it, but for me personally, it's like I am not good enough at the game. I'm not good at the game by far. Well, I'm decent, but
true. I'm kidding.
But I'm a greedy motherfucker that makes a lot of mistakes. There's a reason I'm bronze, but that's not the reason I'm not gonna stream League. For me, it's like streaming League. Like you said, for like a special stream that's like 12 hours or 24 hours, it's all fine and dandy. But for what I want to do with my stream is I want to showcase games that people don't necessarily know. So like indie companies with small developers and roguelikes. I want to show those kinds of games because those are the games I am actually passionate about.
Yeah.
And League, as much as I have a passion for League, that's my free time, and it's like alcohol. I enjoy it in moderate amounts.
I know I shouldn't, but I really love it. It's like alcohol. It's like I know I shouldn't, but I really love it.
Well, it's like it's an enjoyable game. It's a fun game, but if you overplay it, it gets stale. And that's what you see also with a lot of content creators in League now. They're switching over to different games.
Yeah, but it's also not because of League, but that's a whole.
It's also because of Riot, but
yeah, it's also because of Riot. They're literally not supporting anyone anymore. But that's a whole other piece that I don't want to get into. Riot, listen, if you want to give me an account that unlocks all the skins, hit me up. Okay, hit me up. I'll maybe stream your game again once or twice.
But that's the thing, Riot stopped that program kind of, and content creation went downhill.
The reason also why they stopped is because apparently you have to play a League and no other games. If you play another game, you're not a partner anymore. So that's that's such a stupid, like, I don't know why they do that, but yeah.
And a lot of people, because of that partner program, got burned out of the game, and then you're not a partner anymore.
Or just don't like the game anymore, and then want to switch
to
something else.
And that's the thing with a lot of games, because in the end, if you're playing Summoner's Rift or ARAM, if you had 50 games in a day of ARAM or Summoner's Rift, you've seen it all. And let's not pretend.
Honestly, like ARAM, I like ARAM a lot more because it's always different. Because you can learn new champions. You don't always have like, oh, I'm a one trick of Gassadin or Yasuo. I just play that champion. If they're banned, I'll dodge whatever. You get forced into a game and you're like, okay, this is my champion. I really dislike this. Reroll. Ooh, you know what? Sure, let's do it. And then it's always different, and it's also not as competitive, right? Nobody's gonna be there in ARAM pinging you like, oh my god, you missed your ultimate, oh my god, we died, now they got burned, no, everybody's just like, oh my god, dude, you suck ass, dude, what the fuck? You just missed your ultimate, like, fucking idiot.
And that's why I see that now in, like, recent seasons. Because, like, when I started in Season 3, ARAM was more of a beginner mode or whatever mode, a mode to learn champions, you know?
Yeah.
And now I see more and more people going towards fucking ARAM or like the random rotating game modes.
Flurry loves ARAM, and I'm fucking blessed about that because I can always play it.
And I see it more and more in people like that they're actually enjoying ARAM, and because ARAM is, like you say, it's casual, And if somebody is an idiot, they're an idiot, but you laugh it off. Because in the end, who gives a shit?
I very recently have hit 2,000 games in ARAM. I
Yeah.
think I've played twice the ARAM games than I played normal games. Because I generally dislike the normal game. But yeah.
And like League, if you go like on Summer Swift, I'm a support main, so I talk from my perspective. It's like either you get a ragey fucking ADC, that's a whiny fucking bitch, because either his champion got banned or you're not playing the support he wants. Well, sometimes you also get nice people. It's not that they're all bad. Or you're doing well on bot lane. You have great synergy with your ADC, but then you look at the top of the map and you see like, oh, my mid lane is feeding, oh, my top lane is feeding, oh, my jungler is feeding, and we're fucked.
Yep. That's
because you want to win so badly, the worst comes out in you.
Yep.
Because
if you're very competitive, which I am, so it's a bad game for people that are actually competitive.
For me, it's also like that because I get first. Because if I'm with an ADC that I think doesn't play well, I am the worst player to hear. I'm not typing in chat, but people that are with me in voice call.
I will talk in chat. I will talk in chat. I don't care. I don't care.
I've done that, but I've done that in the past, and I'm like, I really can't be bothered.
I have. So I play a lot of mid lane, and I've had a jungler that was so stupid, and we fought back and forth. He said, "I'm gonna report you." Blah blah. I was like, "Okay, I don't give a fuck." After the game, I sent him, "Listen, you delusional piece of shit. Here's the Discord link. I dare you to join it." He joined it. I downloaded the game. I shared my screen to him, and I yelled at him on Discord, and showed him exactly what he did wrong, and how it wasn't my fault, and how he's delusional. All the way at the end, he said, "I'm not talking to you anymore. You may be right, but honestly, dude, I fucked your mom." And then he hung up. And I was like, well, glad to know I was right in the end. But I will drag people over to a Discord call if I know I'm right, and if they really pursue me into me being wrong. I drag them into a Discord call, and I share my screen, and I'm pointing them out, because I want them to improve as well. And if they see their mistake, they might think, oh, well, holy shit, dude, this guy literally just did all of that.
Yeah.
I really fucked up here, maybe. And then they'll look at it, you point out what they did wrong. I've had it that sometimes they literally said, you know what, if I look at this back now, I think you're right, I'm sorry. And I was like, no worries. But we still are going to watch the rest, because I want you to improve. And then we've generally watched some, like, more of his games as well. I have had somebody that I helped, because of him, me flaming him. I ended up helping him to, I think it was Diamond 2, because he always sent me things like, oh, can you look at this, what I did wrong, blah, blah, blah. And I looked at it, and we went over, and I was like, well, you're out of position here and there and there. Because I have the knowledge to easily become Diamond. I just don't have the skills for it. I just don't have the skills.
For me, it's like...
I don't want to play ranked.
Yeah, I refuse to play ranked because, like, draft is worse enough in itself as it is, but ranked is like, oh boy. If you don't mute all chat, you're fucked.
Exactly. Now, enough with the league stuff.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue on the stream stuff, though, because, my G, dude, when are we seeing your streams again, dude?
I am hoping that I can go back on it, at least Monday and Tuesday. So I'm hoping I can get back onto things.
Ooh.
I still need to set some shit up. Yeah, I have some free days, so I might be able to do it on Monday and Tuesday. But the thing is, I kind of want to have a schedule, but I need to find the right fucking schedule.
I don't think with your job you'll get a schedule, because your job is all
but I just need to find the moments that I can and that I am capable of. But like, I wanted to get back, because I'm gonna be honest, I wanted to get back into it this month, but like, a lot of shit happened, and we're not gonna go further on that.
Yeah.
So my mental went on. It went on a roller coaster and didn't come back up until now. So because like, I feel like I'm already quite sometimes a dry guy, because I sometimes fall silent. I'm an awkward guy. I'm beginning in streaming, you know. So
just commentate everything like I commentated the fucking action.
That's the thing that I try to improve on, and that I am on. But like,
I'll tell you that it's more of a learning curve. So if you
yeah,
stream
it's more of a
more and
learn.
more, you'll get used to it more and more. Like right now, if I can play a game right now. For example, let's say Hollow Knight, right? If I play Hollow Knight Pantheon 5 off stream, I will literally sit there and just don't say a word, and just every once in a while I'll just be like,
Yeah.
oh fuck. But on stream, that's why I perform worse on stream. On stream, I'll be like, "Oh, guys, easy clap, bro. This is easy clap." I have like a control, this wrong controller, but whatever. Like, easy clap, dude. Oh my god. Oh my, what? How did that hit me? How did that hit me? Right? Just over, like, exaggerate your feelings, and then talking will be way, way easier to get like some sort of like content going. And
Yeah, that's the thing I'm trying to do, but it's like for me, it's like it goes a bit, but that's also like when you're starting out with streaming, it's like one of those things that you learn. Because with like a lot of streamers I see also with smaller viewers, they are like that. I mean, good friend of mine is the same. He also doesn't commentate over everything.
True.
But he does his best, and he's like, and you know, he got better with the amount of he streamed. I wanted to do the same, like getting back into streaming because I genuinely enjoy it. Because like it's not like I quit because I fuck this or fuck that. It's like I got a new job, and like my time is gone, and a lot of shit. So
job is
like,
bad for streaming. What kind of? That's why I don't have a job. That's
I'm gonna be honest. I wish I could do that, but I need the money.
Yeah, I mean, same here to be honest. But listen, what is a life? What was the quote again? There's a quote. I don't know where I got the quote from.
Yeah,
There's a certain quote. A life long lived without risks is a life long not lived. And I've been going by that the last couple of weeks. Like I've been going by that hard.
You have one lucky thing that I don't have. You already live on your own.
Debatable. I can't live on my own.
But I mean, you live without your parents. You're out of the parental house.
I do have that.
Because that's the main thing. I'm still doing a job. I want to get out of my parental house. So but that's another thing for another. Yeah, that's why I'm doing it. That's what I'm doing. But that's the thing with streaming, and I'm hoping I can set things up for Monday. I'll put a link in my Discord also for the people that are there.
Let's go.
But
and what time you'll be live?
It's probably gonna be around either 3 p.m. or a little bit later. I still gotta figure shit out.
A little bit of an afternoon stream, an afternoon.
Yeah, it's mostly gonna be afternoon because I'm out in 2 streams, so I have to also be there a bit.
Yeah.
So I have to see with my time what I do about that.
It's pretty
but for the rest,
so guys, go drop him a follow if you haven't already.
Yeah, and we're gonna try and get back into things. Can't promise that to stream every day, but we'll see what.
You don't have to stream every day. From somebody that has streamed every single day for over half a year, or not, maybe close to half a year, I can tell you, bro, it is the most exhausting thing ever. Will I do it again next year, guys? Next year. I will do it again next year. I will keep myself to this promise this time. No more mental shit going on, okay, dude? Okay, we're doing it every single day.
Fair warning, Photo. Don't promise that shit because
I'm not putting subs on it anymore. But I'm still gonna say it's gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna do my best to do every single day of an entire year, and then take a month break. But that comes along with it.
But I am probably gonna aim for like at least 3 times a week.
You can you can do it like, so you said Monday, Tuesday should be like a guaranteed, so you can like 2 to 3 days.
This week at least.
Oh, this week, okay. You can do like 2 to 3 days,
Yeah, it all depends on like how much they fuck with my hours. That's the thing.
Yeah,
because it's like a bit counting down with it, but we'll figure that out. Just like I need to get back into it, and I need to make a schedule for myself. It's just like
yes, please do that. I'm currently keeping a schedule of myself, and I've actually only started doing it this week. I'm gonna see if I can show you guys, but it's really hard to show you. But I've got a schedule here, and every single day you see like I have like things to do. These are fucking yesterday was like a massive day. Like every single day I have things planned, and I plan them like the day in advance. So yesterday I put in like the deadlines for what I have to do today and everything, and it's kept me so much more like on track to do everything. Because people always call me a workaholic. I'm really not a workaholic. I kind of don't do
You-
much like at all for my entire life, and I do want to change that. I do want to be a workaholic, but
I mean, you work on your passion, you know.
yes,
That is the thing, yeah.
that is true.
You have fun to think, but yeah. But also, if all things, if things do go south, there's a normally I have to put up with
Yeah.
this until August with this all janky schedule because later in September next year I'm gonna go back to studying.
Ooh, what are
Yeah,
you gonna study for?
orthopedagogy. That's like helping people with disabilities and kids with autism and stuff. It's like yeah,
Is that
social worker a bit like
three
you.
year or
That's a
5 year?
2 year. That's a
Oh,
2
2
year.
years.
That's
Okay,
a
2 years.
2 years.
That's
But it's
pretty
like
long then.
something I am self passionate about. That's
Yeah, go
yeah.
fucking follow that. Chase that dream, man. My G.
Yeah,
And then
yeah. That's
if you still want to stream, it is a lot easier to kind of
yeah.
put
It's a
that
lot
on there
easier
as well,
to
you know.
yeah, exactly. But
If
it's like
if you want, by the way, before you continue, if you want, by the way, I've done this as well with some other people. You can always hit me up if you want to have a schedule. I'm pretty fucking amazing in making schedules, and I'll call it managered like 3 other streamers already in terms of their schedule. So if you want to have a little bit of a schedule help, you can always hit me up, my guy.
normally I should be fine with my schedule because as a person with ADHD, I've lived my whole entire life on a schedule. Like for my personal stuff, I have a big schedule. It's just like I need to fit in the streaming part of it.
Yeah.
So it's like yeah,
I've never had a
figuring
schedule, but it does wonders, man. A schedule does so many wonders. Like, oh man, I can't
yeah,
explain it.
indeed. And for me, it's like yeah. For me, it also helps my mental a lot because if things don't go to plan, I go fucking crazy.
Oh, wait. Then I want to ask you a question. You meet up with a friend, and you met up for like let's say a dinner. You counted in 2 hours for the dinner to hang out a little bit as well afterwards, and then after that you have somewhere else to go. Friends 30 minutes too late.
Oh, I get mental. Because usually I am also the guy that's like, hey dude, please be on time. Because, I have to be somewhere. If you're not on time, fuck you.
So this is a little bit of a personal vendetta here that I have.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Somebody was once too late. I hate people that are too late. I've been too late
Yeah.
myself, and I've legitimately apologized. If I'm ever too late in a meeting for you, or for anyone here in chat, if we ever have like a meeting or something, and I'm too late, even if 5 minutes, I will apologize as many times as the minutes
I've
that I'm too
experienced
late.
this. I've experienced this.
I will
I
apologize.
remember this when we first met up.
I will apologize for as many minutes as I am too late. And very recently I had to
That
meet
was a
up.
long hour, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I feel so terrible for that. But
Ah, dude, it's fine. I was early anyway, so.
so I will apologize 100 million times. Every minute I'm too late is another apology, and it's not just like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. No, no, no. It's like I don't ever say I'm
Yeah.
sorry when I'm not sorry, because I don't want that word. I don't really say I'm sorry. Most of the time it's like my sincere apologies or something. I don't know. I'm very surprisingly
Yeah.
enough, I'm very formal, and I don't think a lot of people are gonna believe that because of all of the
But-
common dick jokes that I make on stream.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be honest, IRL, it's the less of that. You're more of a chiller guy, but for me, it's also like, if I'm late, I will apologize also, sincerely, because like, I hate myself. I think it's hypocritical if you're like, oh yeah, I'm sorry I'm late, huh? You're all laughing that off, and then you'd be
Yeah.
like, and they scoff at people when they're late themselves, like, if you...
I actually want to go on this for a bit. This is gonna we might fall in a rabbit hole here, but speaking of hypocritical, I want to know what your opinion is about the word hypocritical, and what it is to be a hypocrite or to be associated with a hypocrite.
Oh, that's a difficult one for me.
It's
For me,
a rabbit hole question, but
yeah, for me personally, the way I see a hypocrite is like somebody is preaching something const- constantly, but they constantly do the opposite of what they preach. For me, that's what a hypocrite is.
hmm
Like, like for example, with the time thing, you want people to be on time, but you're late every time yourself. Then you're for me a hypocrite.
true. That is
And,
the
like,
literal
it can
definition
it
even.
can be in
So
those things, and then it can be in smaller things. But like for me, it's like I take the literal definition, and that's how I feel it is.
so the reason why I'm asking is because I actually have a very unique view on the word hypocrite, and
Tell me.
a lot of people go against this theory, but I'm pretty sure this is the only valid theory. Every single person in existence is a hypocrite. But
Finally,
there's
yeah.
two kinds of hypocrite. There's the person that says, I am not a hypocrite and will deny every bit of hypocrisy. And there's the people that know they are will kind of try not to be. And with that I mean, for example, I know that I'm a hypocrite when it comes to some things. And whenever I see something that somebody doesn't like, let's say me and Zayden here in our household, right? Let's say he does something that I don't like, but I also know I do it. I will never comment on it because I know that I'm a hypocrite when it comes to that. So I will keep myself quiet, work on it myself, and if I don't do it anymore, then tell him this is really bothering me. I did the same thing. I stopped doing it. So you can do the same thing now. Because I always stop myself from saying something. I'm only saying him as an example, by the way. I want to make this clear because we live together,
Yeah, but
and it's an easy example.
an example. Yeah.
And I would never be like, for example, let's say that the dishes, for example, right? I always do my dishes the next day. Let's say he does that as well, and there's a lot of dishes there, and I would say, dude, do your dishes when you're done cooking. I don't do that, so I don't have the right to comment on that, and I realize that. A hypocrite, an actual hypocrite, that's how I call them, they would instantly comment on it and just be like, dude, do the dishes right now. But then they have the counter argument of, but you do the same thing.
Yeah.
And then they will, this is another story, another kind of segment. They will then pursue their lie as if it is the truth. And they will back up their lies even though they know they're wrong. They will not admit they're wrong, which is also something that I can do, and I hate when people don't do it.
Yeah, that's kind of a good point to have, and I see where you come from.
Hypocrite confirmed.
But like, yeah, I'm like more of the category of like I know I'm hypocritical about a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not perfect. I'm a human being. I'll gladly admit my flaws. But I'm also like, if something's bothering me, I'm just saying it. And if they say like, yeah, but you do it too. Yeah, I know, and I hate it. But like,
You can also say that, yeah.
because I am the person that's like, if I boil stuff up too much, I explode. I explode completely. And then I rage at people, and then then not kind words fall. Let's tell that.
Exactly,
But
exactly.
so that's why I always will be straight up honest with people. If something's bothering me, I will tell them straight like, hey, fuck off.
If something bothers you, that's something you can do as well. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And you
Like
can,
for example, that's why I'm 2A's like, hey, dude, fuck off. For example.
yeah, and then you can indeed just go on like, yeah, I know I do it myself, though, but I fucking hate it actually. So, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you admit your own flaws, who's gonna give a shit? And as long as you say it in a respectful way, not much is gonna happen.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. But yeah, no, that we fell into a little bit of a rabbit hole, but I it's something that I always want to like. I guess I want to like tell people about it because it's something that nobody really thinks about. Everybody,
Yeah.
like when it comes to like people in an argument that are right or wrong, people will always say they're right even if they're wrong. And in a lot of cases, they will then realize like, oh shit, I'm actually wrong. But they don't want to go through the confrontation of, I'm sorry, I was wrong, you are correct. They'll either just like say like, whatever, dude, and then walk away, or in extreme cases, kind of pursue their wrongness. And I always tell this to people, because I used to be just like that. When I was a kid, I always like pursued my wrongness. Don't just say, I'm sorry, I was wrong.
Yeah.
There's no shame in saying that you're wrong. As a matter of fact, some people, if you would do that to me, I would be like, oh, damn, you actually admitted that I was right and you were wrong. Holy shit. Okay, yeah, no, fair enough. And I will respect that more than you continuously pursuing something and then giving me arguments of, you're dumb. That's not an argument. You're dumb is not an argument. Someone may be dumb, but they may still be right. And if they're damn right, you called them dumb. So that means that you're extra dumb. So it doesn't make sense.
In my opinion, the hardest thing to do is like admitting you're wrong, because not a lot of people deny that they're wrong.
It is the hardest.
It's the hardest thing to do, and I'm like, yeah, well, why can't you just say like, oh yeah, I'm wrong? Because like in the end, who the fuck is always right? If you can name one person, you get $100 from me.
Okay, thanks for the $100 because I'm somehow always right.
You have been wrong in your life once.
Tell me once.
No, I'm not. I don't know when, but
I've said this 100 times. There's not a single time when I legitimately have been wrong. There's always, I don't know what it is. I generally don't know what it is. There's always something in me that knows exactly what's gonna happen. I fucking hate it. I'm not saying it's like, oh my god, I'm so good. I'm such a god. Blah blah blah. No, I hate it because I don't want this to happen.
Yeah, but being wrong also counts as like, oh yeah, I did something that wasn't completely a correct way of acting, and that's why things happen. So that's also a part of being wrong. No?
Okay, if you were gonna count that, then I was wrong a lot during my childhood because I just didn't know what was up and everything. So I guess that's a reason. Because when I was a kid,
pretending you were wrong about that. About something.
Oh, I know exactly why he was fired.
Yeah. Anyway,
I was very close with management, and they told me so. But it was for your good, my G. I'm so sorry. It was for your good, my G. I didn't want you to be upset. That's why I did it. I don't often. I'll say this right now. I don't often lie. It's most of the times that I do it for other people. But I will never do it for like my own sake. But in terms of like knowing stuff, if I'm wrong, by the way, I've been like in an argument, I always try to be as level-headed as possible, because once you lose your level-headedness, that's when you're gonna go like even beyond your own statements. So you will say stuff that's wrong even within your own context, just because you're so pissed off, right? But yeah, so that's a whole other topic that we're not gonna get into, and I think there's somebody in your background right now.
I'll be right back.
Okay, we got a little bit of an interruption here. First for everything on the show. So guys, let's while we're on the interruption here, let's go ahead. Let's quickly talk about our quick little sponsor here today of the video, which is Raid Shadow Legends. Look at that, we got 6 level 10 raiders already.
I'm so sorry about that.
Exclamation mark raid! If you want to go ahead and help the channel out, I would really love that. Raid is absolutely fucking fantastic. Anyways, so while you were gone,
I'm so sorry about that.
Little promo here. Go check me out. It takes I've sped ran raid for one of the things, and in the first one, the tryout, it takes about 15 minutes. Excuse me. It takes about 15 minutes to get level 10. If you just spam battles. You just have to spam battles. It takes about 15 minutes. So if you guys would do that, it would mean the absolute world to me. And also really quick to Catwire, it ended up counting. So thank you so much, Catwire, for being the first one to help me out with this. I really do appreciate it.
All right.
All right. So
yeah. But at the little interaction,
Yes.
so
We got a little bit of a thing, but that doesn't really matter. We'll go ahead and how about we take this moment to switch over to the clips. Just kidding. Sadly enough, we do not have a clip segment.
yeah,
Genta does not have that many clips. He only has 2 clips so far.
and they're
One
not
of
even
them,
good one.
one of them was a spoon clip. With that, I mean he licked his mustache. And the
Yes.
second clip was a random clip that was like a 30-second clip. If you just press Alt X, you will create a 30-second clip, and then you can
Yeah.
edit it. This one was just a random taken clip. So we sadly enough do not have any clips for us to react to on this little
Sadly.
bit of an episode here. But we still, however, do have your questions. So chat, Twitch chat, if you have not put in a question yet for Mr. Genta, please use 100 channel points for that question. You will be refunded the 100 channel points at the end of the stream for those hoarders out there. So don't even worry about it. It's just a way for me to kind of see what your guys' questions are. The first question here comes from Malik. And that is... Oh, Poro. Okay. It's kind of got the question wrong. Poro, what was going on in the Discord voice call? You can still answer that, to be honest.
We were watching Worlds. That's one thing.
We were watching League.
And then we had a conversation, and usually with Ace, you know, it tends to get out of hand.
Yep. Very, very true.
Don't worry, you'll see that a lot in viewer nights.
Now, the next question, we're swiftly moving on for that one, is from Toasted Hot Chocolate. Toasted asks, do you like Mario's ass?
I like Mario's ass when Poto puts it on fire, though.
You mean like every fucking fire level?
Exactly.
That's literally his king, bro. That's not me. That's literally his king, bro.
But you're the one controlling him, though.
Nah, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
I mean, in Odyssey you control him, but in 64 it's the devil.
Most of the times he controls himself more than anything, but
Yeah, exactly.
Next question that we have here is from Buses. Buses would like to know what your favorite game is.
That tends to vary a lot for me.
Okay, favorite game right now.
Right now. That's a difficult one. I think it's still Hades.
Still Hades right now.
Yes. There is something that always has driven me to like that game developer in specifically. They're called Supergiant Games. They made Bastion and they made Transistor. The thing with Hades is like it's easy to get into and it has a lot of depth because you have like the builds with the god boons and stuff. But like every time, even if you don't, get to the end boss or something, every time you progress a little in the story and you have interactions with the characters and the characters are full of color and you even have a gay relationship with Thanos, the god of death. I mean, come on. I mean, there's so much fun in...
I'm sorry, I just heard gay relationship with Thanos. What?
Yes. Yeah, you do know that Thanos is a Greek god also, right?
Yeah, I know, but I understood something completely different.
And anyway, but there's a lot of wonderful interactions with characters and the world and how you progress to the underworld and also like the interactions you have with your father Hades and stuff. Like everything about that game just makes it feel amazingly great to me. A close second would be Hollow Knight.
I love that.
Those are very close to each other. Because, like, it's a funny story. I got into Hollow Knight when it was still a Kickstarter. Oh, man. So I watched whole the development of Hollow Knight. So I've waited for longer than Silksong to finally play the full game. And, yeah.
Bro, waiting longer than Silksong, I can't believe that. I'm sorry. I can't believe
that.
that.
You gotta know that Team Cherry started out as a 4-man team.
Oh, really? Damn.
The Hollow Knight is made by a 4-man team.
I actually didn't know that. That's insane.
Yeah, so they were very small. So they're also a very small company still. They're still an indie company.
Yeah, they're still an indie company.
and they made a game with their love and heart. That's what Hollow Knight is like.
And that's what Silksong is going to be as well. And I'm very excited.
Yeah, exactly. Because like Godhome and
Godhome's fantastic.
Godhome and the Grim Troop, it wasn't in the base game.
Yeah, it was DLCs, free DLCs.
It was free DLCs. I even played Hollow Knight before that.
They didn't even let you pay for the DLCs, which is actually insane.
Indeed. They originally Silksong was gonna be part of a DLC for Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Because people were asking for Hornet.
Yeah, I think it was called the Hornet DLC. And a lot of people said it was gonna be a Hornet DLC, and then they said, no, it's gonna be a game.
Yeah, because they were first planning on doing it as a DLC, but they felt like it had more potential to do, so they wanted to make it a game, and
I'm happy for
why
that. I'm very excited for that, to be honest.
Indeed, and
it's also my favorite game right now is definitely Hollow Knight. All time is Borderlands 2 still, but Hollow Knight is currently my favorite game to play, and I would honestly love to play Pantheon 5 again.
I adore Hollow Knight. I can't play it for very long, but
I can play it for ages. The last time I played it on stream was like 6 hours of just Pantheon 5 over and over and over.
The thing is, like, it's not that I get bored of it. The thing is, like, I use a controller and my hands get cramped up very quickly. That's like gamer syndrome and also like another trauma.
Exactly.
Physical trauma.
Speaking of gamer here, this is a very cringy thing. The next question is from Zelda. This is the first time she ever asked a question. This is the first time that she ever asked a question. And you know what? Just because it's Zelda, I'm gonna complete this so she doesn't get. I'm kidding. We're gonna reject it. We're gonna reject it. But the question from Zelda is, how did you experience the whole mod journey?
For me, it was like a little bit of, no, it was more like, what would it? Because like I was always curious, like, what would it be like to be a Twitch mod? Like I always like wanted to get into it, and like we thought that was a perfect opportunity. After long complaining, I got put into the wheel. Still the best story to tell people.
You were decided at random by a motherfucking wheel, and
yes,
somehow you were an absolutely fantastic mod. So.
Wait, why are we talking in past tense?
Listen, times change. Okay, we have Zelda now. No, I'm kidding.
No, exactly. No, but like, it wasn't much of a journey for me because like I figured most of it pretty quickly out, and I work mostly on via PC. I don't use mobile that much.
Yeah.
So like, and mod view, it makes things 10 times easier. Like. You can keep track of the messages, you can keep track of like the things that completed, the polls and the predictions and stuff. So like that wasn't much of an experience. Like the main thing that I liked, what for me was with my experience was like is watching this community grow. Seeing you go from like 4 to 5 viewers to like 20, 30, even like at some point 75 or something with like things. Like the journey of growth.
Really happened, so.
No, we had like 80 viewers already, like once or so.
Yeah, but that was because of a bigger.
Yeah, because of a raid and stuff. But like watching those numbers grow and keeping and like, I remember when it was an achievement that we got 20 viewers. Now we get that pretty consistent.
Listen, I'm still happy about 20 viewers.
Yeah, of course. But I mean, like,
it's a place that I love to be in.
But like it's like for me, it's like amazing to see like, oh yeah, this is now. The thing, and also like the community is amazing.
Yes, I think this is something that a lot of other streamers have also said, that the community that we've built up here, I don't think I can be more thankful for you guys. Like, you are the best community, and I don't say that because you're my community, okay? That's not why I'm saying that, but I think you're the best community that I could have wished for.
But like, and like also seeing like the mods come and go. Like one was better than the other. Like. Yes. For example, like
we'll get into that in a second.
But
there's a little bit of a question about that. So.
But yeah, like for example, but there's been nice things.
Now, Fluka has a question for you as well. Fluka Bazooka, and asks, how do you keep your stream entertaining, and how do you think you are different from other streamers?
Well, I got into that a little bit earlier.
Yes, we did,
the way I want to focus myself is like more of like an indie streamer. So like indie games and stuff. Games that not a lot of people have seen or have heard of per se. So
Yes.
like a bit of more unique
And
games. Like
and I think the main question about separating yourself from other streamers is just be yourself because
yeah,
no other streamer
yeah.
can be you.
That's the main thing. For me, I think like the way I want to differentiate myself from other streamers is like if people ask me something about a game or if I can tell something about a game, like how the development went on, like for example Hades or for example Hollow Knight, like if I can tell those stories and people interested in it, like I love to share that with people because I have a passion for games and games in general. So like if people learn something from my streams or if people want to ask me something, it's always great. So I think that's how I want to differentiate myself, like being a bit of informative and a bit of like just a chill hangout place where you can be yourself.
Yeah,
You know, like
exactly. Exactly. The next question we have is a question from Catwire. Catwire asks, "Did you ever dream of becoming like a famous influencer on any kind of platform?"
no. Uh, I don't have the dream also to become like a very big influencer. I mean, if it comes and it can make it my job, it would be amazing. But for me, it's not like my biggest dream. Because my biggest dream is like more like I want to help people. Uh, I want to help people the way I felt sometimes that I never been helped.
Yes.
That's also why I'm gonna do the study that I'm doing.
Yes.
So that's more of my dream. I want to help people that need to help and that could use a little push extra in life. So I think that's mostly been my dream for my life. And I know that sounds very sobby and stuff, but
It's a
that
good dream. It's a good dream. It's a fantastic dream. There's not many
I
people that
also
have that
know I
dream.
can't help the whole world, but the people that I can help, I
Yeah.
will. And
Yeah, it's a
so
fantastic dream to have. There's not a lot of people that care, so it's maybe a little sobby dream, but it's still a fucking fantastic dream, my G.
yeah,
I'm not
indeed.
gonna I'm not gonna answer it myself. I think we all know what my dream is, but
Yeah, you want to be that.
I want to be the
So
I want to be the next fucking
the next Val Delphine, like your sister, right?
I'm gonna sell a gamer boy bathwater.
Indeed, a.
Oh no, man. Oh
Like for
Jesus.
the
No.
Binding of Isaac, like
No, no,
fucking
no.
Edward.
I'm gonna be the next Miskiff if anything, bro.
Just be the next Edward McMillan, the one that made fucking
You know what?
Isaac.
I'm not gonna be the next anyone. I'm gonna be the first Poro. There we go. There we
Photo,
go.
photo bathwater, pond.
Poro bad one. Bad gamer subs? Oh my god, dude. Poro bathes in gamer subs and gives it to viewers. Okay,
I would
next
drink
question.
that.
I want away from this topic. It's a shadow diver question. Will you marry me, Daddy Gentum? It's not me asking, it's Shadow asking. I want this to be extremely, extremely clear, okay? Extremely clear.
Sadly, Poto, because I would have said yes, but in case of Shadow, I'm not that good in long distance relationships, man.
Damn. Damn.
It has to be a flick, you know.
Damn. Unbelievable.
So and also you're underage, so that's
True,
also an
true.
important
Speaking
one.
of underaged, the next question is from Hending. And the question is, how is the puppy?
The puppy is doing amazingly. I don't know if I can show the picture of him.
The underage thing was about the puppy, by the way.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if people can see the picture, but that's my little pupper.
Oh, look at the little pupper,
I'll also post a pic on Discord for the little pupper. But the
yes,
little
put it
pupper
in
is
the,
doing amazingly.
Pets channel.
Uh,
Such an adorable little thing, dude.
it's a little beagle. I adore beagles.
Oh my god.
But I'm not gonna get too much into it because it's still a bit of sensitive subject. Because
Okay, last question is
but like he's doing amazingly and he's been a wonderful dog.
Alright, there was another question, but the question has apparently been deleted. So I guess we won't have that question anymore for today then.
Oh, I think I saw Ace's question. It was fuck the pussy questions. Yente, which one of the mods that have been a mother did you dislike the most? Was the question.
Listen, if you want to answer that, bro, you don't have to. But if you want to, feel free. Who do we have? Who do we have for mods that have been unmodded? We have. We don't have that many. We've got Klutz very recently. We've got Echo, who's been unmodded a little longer. We had Sabine. We have
I mean,
Joe.
Joe.
We have Joe. Those are like the four. I'm not counting that. I'm not counting Hending. I'm not counting Wonder. Those were like friend mods. I'm not counting those because I modded them because they were friend mods and I wanted people to be active. And I can't expect streamers or friends to moderate for my channel. So it's Sabine, Joe, Klutz, or Echo.
Well, I'm gonna state one thing, 100%. I never really disliked any of the mods.
Okay.
But if I really have to choose one of the things, it's gonna be Sabine. Then that's not because I think she's a bitch or she's
no, absolutely not.
Or she's a mean person. She's a wonderful person. It's just like I don't have that much of a connection with her. I don't know her that well.
Yes.
I haven't talked much to her. Like I talked to her like hi and stuff, but like for us there's not a deeper connection with Echo and Klutz and Joe. I talked with them, I played around with them.
Yeah, she did also get moderator possibly at the worst time for her because she couldn't be on the streams anymore for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. So if I like,
a valid answer.
But that's for me, like, but that's just like no personal connection. Then that's an obvious answer for me. Because like Echo, I didn't have much problems with Echo. Klutz has been wonderful at the beginning, fiddled down a bit, but yeah, well, shit happens. Joe, 50-50, but good guy in general. Never had much issues with him. So yeah, I can't. So then there's only one person that's for me over like that. Simple as that.
Yeah. No, that's a fair little answer here. I think that's a pretty agreeable thing as well. Now that was the last question that we have, and I don't think there's anybody in chat right now that has not asked a question yet. So, is there anything else that you still want to bring up? Anything you still want to talk about? Anything you still want to say?
I think everything has been said that needed to be said. Yes, Ace, you are adopted.
All right. So with that, with that mic drop, that final mic drop, I think that's gonna be the end of the podcast here. So guys, thank you on the YouTube so much for watching this. Also, a quick thank you to Genta for popping in as a replacement.
It's been a pleasure, man.
Streamer, because we got cancelled very abruptly by our original host, and Genta was instantly available. So, my G, bro, thank you so much for instantly popping in.
Well, thank you for having me, and thanks for the people that stuck around and watched me talk.
Exactly, and you should absolutely stream again, my guy. When you have the time, absolutely fucking go for it. So with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, leave a comment, go follow Genta on the social medias, at bigetnej on Twitter, on Twitch. Do you have anything else?
No. Twitter and Twitch is all.
I was gonna say, well, like, do you? I don't think you have anything else. So go follow me.
We're not gonna link the other account because that's private.
On OnlyFans. On Orange YouTube, go check him out as well.
No,
and,
don't.
And yeah, I'll see you guys all tomorrow for the sponsored Shadow. No, what am I saying? For the sponsored Raid Shadow Legends stream. Yeah, on the YouTubes, thank you so much for being here. Appreciate you so much, and I'll see you all later. Peace out.